At Costco, you can buy a hot dog and a 20-ounce soda for $1.50. That price hasn't changed since the mid-1980s. Last year alone, Costco sold over 245 million of these combos for less than what most stores charge for a single bottle of water. And the hot dogs aren't even the wildest example. Costco sells rotisserie chickens at a loss. Their gas is consistently the cheapest in town. Their TVs are priced barely above what they paid for them. Which raises a strange question. How is Costco, a company that aggressively refuses to make money on the things it sells, one of the most profitable retailers in the world? The math is wild. In their most recent fiscal year, Costco brought in $275 billion in revenue. That's more than 2.5 times bigger than Target. From all of that, they took home $8.1 billion in profit, a margin of about 3%. For context, Walmart's profit margin is around 3%. Target's is closer to 4%. Costco is operating on margins so thin that one bad supplier negotiation could wipe out an entire quarter. And here's the stranger part. Their gross margin, what's left of every dollar of sales after they pay for the products themselves, is just under 13%. That's lower than basically every other big box retailer in America. By the normal rules of retail, Costco shouldn't work, but it does, spectacularly, because Costco isn't really in the retail business. Here's the trick. In fiscal 2025, Costco collected $5.3 billion in membership fees. A basic Gold Star membership costs $65 a year. The executive tier costs $130, and almost nobody cancels. The US renewal rate is about 92%. That's a number any subscription business on earth would consider a miracle. Now here's what'll change how you see Costco forever. That $5.3 billion in fees? It's essentially pure profit. There's almost no cost associated with collecting a membership fee. No inventory, no shipping, no waste. It just flows straight to the bottom line. Meanwhile, Costco's entire $275 billion retail operation generated about $10 billion in operating profit, which means more than half of Costco's actual profit comes from membership fees. Money they collect before you've bought a single thing. This is the secret. Costco isn't a retailer that happens to sell memberships. It's a membership company that happens to sell groceries, and the groceries are the bait. That's why they sell rotisserie chicken at a loss. That's why they refuse to raise the hot dog price. That's why their famous return policy lets you bring back a TV 3 years later. None of those decisions make sense if your goal is to profit on each sale. They make perfect sense if your goal is to keep 79 million people renewing $65 every year forever. And it gets cleverer. About 47% of Costco's members now pay for the $130 executive tier. But those executive members generate roughly 73% of all sales. By offering a 2% reward certificate, Costco gets its best customers to voluntarily double their fee and spend more once they're in. The selection strategy is just as deliberate. A typical Costco warehouse only carries about 4,000 different products. A Walmart supercenter carries somewhere around 75,000. By limiting choice, Costco can buy in massive volume from each supplier, which means rock-bottom wholesale prices, which justify the membership fee in the first place. The whole machine reinforces itself. Then there's Kirkland Signature. Costco's house brand now generates around $90 billion a year on its own, about a third of Costco's total revenue. If Kirkland were a standalone company, it would be one of the largest consumer brands in the world. It exists for the same reason as the hot dog, to make you feel like you can't get this anywhere else, so you keep paying that $65. So when people call Costco's hot dog a loss leader, they're missing what's actually happening. The hot dog isn't a loss. It's an advertisement that costs $1.50 and pays back $65 a year for the rest of your life. The store isn't really selling food, it's selling membership. And everything inside is engineered to make you feel like you're getting away with something. That's the whole business model. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you want to see how other companies pull off similarly clever tricks, Spirit Airlines, IKEA, Trader Joe's, hit subscribe.